We all have long days. Okay, so welcome everyone. We're gonna start now. Today we're going to talk about or have long U sound, O sound, and O sound. Then we're going to have 3 dialogues. What are you good at? What's your favorite sport? A night at the theater.
Mr. Zaki, we want to take a session about intonation.
Yeah, the
Talk
last
about
session of the course, I'll make it on intonation and also conversation. So in case if others want to, if all agree to make the session on pronunciation and intonation and stuff, no problem. If you can agree this on what? On WhatsApp. Tell me your opinions on WhatsApp. If you all
okay.
agree to have intonation, okay. If some of you agree, so we're gonna take part of it intonation, part of it conversation. So this is mainly conversation course, so I'm trying to focus everything on conversation, and also no problem taking other things in the middle of the way, no problem. You can search about it. Intonation has three parts, all right, or 3 things:
Yes.
rising intonation, falling intonation, and fall rise intonation, all rise fall intonation, whatever.
Yes.
All right. So these are the 3 types of intonation patterns. We can practice on them later, maybe the last class of the course. Okay, so we're gonna start today with the sounds. Last time we took, last class we took 3 different sounds: long E, and then E, and then I. Right? Feel, fell, fill. Feel, fell, fill.
Well,
These were the 3 sounds we took last class. Today's class, we're going to take 3 sounds, comparing the 3 sounds, which are oo, o, o. Oo, o, o. Yeah, you can do it with me. Oo,
O, O,
o,
O,
o, o,
O.
with o sound. We have taken before that we have a sound, and then a and a. Now we have oo and o, the same, but this is long and this is short. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen and write something on the board to differentiate between these 3 sounds, and then we're gonna do the conversation just right away. Yeah, I'm gonna connect my graphic tablet so I can write on the board. Well, let's check also the mic. All right, just a lot of stuff in here. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen right away. Share the screen. Do you see the screen? It's loading.
Loading.
Do you see it now?
Yes.
Very good. So these 3 sounds, there is no special patterns that we can follow, because actually they usually exist in many sounds. So the long U or oo sound, oo, exists in the words maybe that have double O, but not always. Not always. All right? Because we have the O also exists as in cook. This is in fool.
cook,
Fool. All right? So we have double
cook,
O here and we have double O here, but they have different sounds. Different sound.
cook, cook.
Yeah, and that's why there are
Sure.
a lot of common mistakes that instead of saying, for example, this is food, but this is foot. some people make a lot of mistakes like these because they don't know that they think that the double O always pronounced long oo sound. This is why they are confused.
Not in all cases.
Yeah, exactly. Not in all cases. So we don't have a specific patterns in these cases to follow. Maybe the only specific pattern that we can follow is the for the O,
Mm,
um, especially when the O,
Long oo.
yeah, like O plus consonant plus E in some cases, but maybe also not usual. But O plus
Long
consonant plus E, like hope, for example, hope, hope.
uh,
All right.
oh,
Can you give me examples like these?
oh,
O plus consonant plus E.
ho,
home,
Home.
ho.
ho, home.
Yes.
Come is the same
Um.
pronunciation. I think
No.
no.
Do you feel it?
Mm.
Come.
No,
Oh,
I didn't feel it.
It's not.
Come.
Yeah. It's a different sound. So we
Mm.
have oo, o. All right.
Mm.
Oo,
Uh, uh,
o.
oh,
uh,
oh,
uh,
oh,
Yeah. The long U sound or oo sound may
uh,
exist also in words that have OU. For example, the word you, you. But also OU is not usual because you may have
oh,
this OU um, pronounced differently in the word, for example, thousand,
mm.
thousand. The OU here pronounced like ow, ow. Okay? So there's like no specific patterns with the O's to follow. So then the only case here to differentiate between the three sounds is your listening skills and your practice and your, of course, the phonetic symbols that we have seen here. These are the only way to differentiate between the O's sounds, the O sounds. Okay? So let's take more examples on that. Ooh, repeat.
oh,
U,
You,
U,
you,
U,
blue,
do,
blue,
U,
drew,
blue,
Drew,
drew,
two,
two,
to,
two,
cool,
cool,
call,
call,
fuel,
fuel,
to,
fuel,
rude, rude.
ru, rude,
road,
road,
Yeah, okay, very good. The O, here we have hope, hope,
hope,
home, hope,
open,
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 phone,
phone,
coat,
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 though, though.
though,
do,
Yes. The short sound is put,
put,
but,
foot,
put,
foot,
but,
cook,
cook,
but,
would,
wood,
but, what,
look,
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 look, should.
should.
Okay.
It's a
So
more difference.
yeah, absolutely different sound, three different sounds. That's why I wanted to compare the three different sounds.
What can we help? How can we difference between each other?
There is no way to differentiate between them. I told you
Yeah.
the only way is to use the phonetic symbols. If you are confused about is it or o or another sound or
Mm.
oo, you need to know the phonetic symbols, and that's why I'm teaching you the phonetic symbol along with every sound we take in this course.
Mm.
Because some sounds cannot be, there are no rules for
Rules. Yeah.
for other sounds.
Mm. We only
Okay.
save it.
You need to memorize the sound and check the dictionary in case if you don't know or confused.
Mm.
Okay, so today we have three uh, conversations. We're gonna start with what are you good at? I'm gonna share the screen. Is it there? Hold on. Okay, I think you can see it now well, right? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, we have Sandra and we have Julie. So Sandra gonna be Manel, Julie gonna be Isra. Go ahead.
So, what should we do?
I like to do arts and crafts, and I'm really good at drawing. What do you think?
How about playing a board game? That would be that would be more fun.
Okay, let's play Scrabble. I'm really
Scrabble.
good
Scrabble.
at Scrabble.
Mhm.
I'm
Scrabble.
really good at spelling too.
Oh yeah, we'll see about that.
Good job. So Scrabble is one of my
Okay.
favorite games actually. I used to play it with my friends at the
What
USMC
is
in Cairo when we went there. So uh, this game is usually the main focus is to make lots of vocabulary, as many as you uh,
like
as many
puzzle?
as you have. Yeah. So if you can play it like from up to down and from left to right. From up
Mm,
to down, make the vocabulary or words up to down from left to right. And every block or cube here, there's written
mm.
like double letter, double word. Double letter means to
Use
multiply the
twice.
value of the letter by two.
Mm,
Double word mean multiply the value of the word by two. The value is written on the letter. For example, Scrabble is Scrabble. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 3, 9, 12, all right, 13, 14. So this is the
oh,
value of the word, 14, all right?
mm,
So we have double word. If you put any word here, okay, any letter here, you would get the whole word, and you double it. So 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7. If you put, let's say this word can take one letter here, so
Double one.
there's going to be double
six.
word. One,
Mm,
2, 3, 6, 7. Let's say here 8, and then multiply it by 2. So it's going to be 16, for example. It's really wonderful game. You can buy it from su.com and play it with your
mm,
children to make your mind work better, to think of vocabulary practice. This is a very good way to practice uh, the
word.
learn vocabulary in your mind. Okay, very good. So we see here in the conversation, I'm good at, or I'm really good at. So remember, good at plus gerund. I'm good at playing and drawing, singing, learning, and so on. I'm good at, then gerund. How about plus gerund? How about playing a board game? Means suggesting something to do. How about playing? How about traveling? How about dancing? Whatever.
Mm, mm,
If you agree, like let's play Scrabble. Like I want to play Scrabble, and I want you also to play Scrabble. Oh
Perfect.
yeah, well, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Like we'll see if I agree or not. Okay.
Mm,
Okay. What's your favorite sport?
mm.
We have Phil and Jack. So I'm gonna be Phil and Ahab gonna be Jack. Okay. What time is that soccer game on? I thought it started at noon.
We the wrong time. Oh well, soccer's not my favorite sport anyway. I much prefer basketball.
Oh, really? I thought your favorite sport was tennis. I'm a big fan of basketball too.
How about a game okay, sometime?
Sure thing. Why don't we go shoot some hoops? Now, since the soccer game isn't on.
Excellent idea. Let's go.
Yeah, so we have here lots of parents. What time is that soccer game on? Okay, like what time the soccer game is playing? What time?
Starting.
It started at noon. I thought it started, so he's not sure, but he's thinking, I thought it started at noon. We must have had wrong time. Oh, soccer is not my favorite sport anyway. I much prefer basketball. So, or I prefer basketball. Like when you choose something rather than something else. You choose prefer something rather than something else. Oh, really? I thought your favorite sport was tennis. I'm a big fan of something. When you are a big fan of something, means you really like it. I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of tennis,
Follow it.
Scrabble, and so on. How about a game sometime? How about a game means like, how about we play together a game? Sure thing. Sure thing, it's like maybe informal or casual expression means I totally agree with you. I really like that. Why don't we go shoot some hoops? Now since the soccer game isn't on. Shoot some hoops means to play an informal game of basketball. You know, like when we used to play football in the street, for example, with our friends. So this is like shoot some hoops.
Shoot
Okay.
some hoops.
A night at the theater. We have Shannon and Elena. So Shannon gonna be Hab, Elena gonna be Isra. Go ahead.
What a fantastic performance. Thank you for inviting me to the musical.
You are welcome. I'm happy you enjoyed the show. The choreography of the dancers was incredible. It reminds me to when I used to dance.
I know you were such a talented
Ballerina.
ballerina. Ballerina.
Yeah.
Do you miss dancing?
Oh, that's very kind of you, Shannon. I do miss it sometimes, but I will always be a fan of the arts. That's why I love going to musicals because it's the perfect combination of song, dance, and theater.
Absolutely. I'm glad you are still an art uh, fan too. Thank you for this invitation. It's always a pleasure to attend an arts event with you and learn something new.
Very good. So what a plus noun means like expression, exclamation expression, like what a wonderful evening. What, it's not a question, it's exclamation, as we can see here, like showing that you really like something. What a wonderful name. What a wonderful evening. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm happy you enjoy the show of the dancers. You're such a talented ballerina. Well, this expression, if you can see here, when getting a compliment to someone, for example, you are such a talented ballerina, you can either accept the compliment, that's, you can say that's very kind of you, or downplay the compliment. Downplay the compliment means, oh, I wasn't that good. So here, Alina accepts the compliment and she says, that's a very kind of you, Shannon. I do miss it. Remember, we use do for making sure that we really miss it. All right, it's not negative. It's I do plus verb means very, very sure that you miss it. Not just little miss it. Like if I say I miss it, you might be a little bit not sure if you miss it or not. But if you said I do miss it,
Do.
means I really miss it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Ballerina is like kind of dancing when you're dancing. Um, let's see the pronunciation of that word in the dictionary. The ch in English has two pronunciation. Either it's ch
I think it is
or ch.
choreography. Choreography.
Yeah, there's no problem with the word graphy. All right. Always one word may have two pronunciation: English, American, and English or British. So let's listen to them and you.
Choreography. Choreography. Choreography.
Choreography.
Choreography. Choreography.
Choreography.
Yes.
Choreography. Choreography.
Choreography.
Yeah.
The stress is in the second syllable, not the first. Not
Choreography.
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 yes.
Choreography.
So this is means the art of designing and arranging the steps and movements in dances, especially in ballet. The steps and movements in particular ballet or show. Okay, so this is the art of helping the dancer to dance well, especially ballet. How about the word ballerina?
Ballerina.
The dancer who
That
plays the
oh,
Yeah,
dancing
especially a female,
ballet.
a female dancer
yeah,
in
Yeah.
ballet called
Ballerina.
Ballet.
ballerina.
ballerina.
Ballerina. The stress on the arena. Ballerina, right? So the stress always important to help you pronounce correctly. Very good. All right. Now we are going to, all right, to have a conversation about homeless. Did you read about this topic?
Oh,
Mm,
yes.
some. Yes.
A little bit or much?
I think it's a difficult topic,
Yes.
Yes, why
Difficult.
not?
Very difficult.
not
Uh,
easy.
it's always to choose difficult things to practice new topics because
Yes.
usually people that do conversations they always say the same things like what's your name, where you from, and how
Mm.
old are you, like, but when it comes to practice real topics they like I don't know what to say or
Yeah.
because they have not practiced topics before,
Mhm.
they didn't read about the topic. All right, so that's why I ask you every time to read about the
Mm.
topic we're going to
Mm.
practice, so you have an idea about what we're going to talk about, what we're going to say. Okay, so what do you know about being homeless? Ahead,
About homeless.
being homeless, yeah. What do you know
The
about being
meaning of homeless. Yes.
What do you know?
Persons who people who don't have a shelter, food, okay, or water, or sleep at streets, uh, haven't good clothes to wear, okay, haven't money, or begging in the streets, and ask other people for money, don't have any sources of life. They homeless persons always live together as in friends or a big families, because of many reasons, resulted in violence, family violence, or divorce, or father and mother divorce, natural natural phenomena like earthquakes, hurricanes, okay, like that. Homeless is a growing problem in every country, although many programs focus on helping this major issue in the society today. Nations of 10 lakh often lack the resources necessary to help each homeless person every day in cities and towns across the country. We can see women, men, and children dressed in rags, okay, and ask for money, okay. There are many reasons. It may happen when people or households are unable to buy. Sometimes persons or parents can't buy for a rent for an apartment or buy food. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because of unemployment phenomena. Okay, especially in the developing countries like Egypt. It's a big problem, and this is a danger threatening many or millions of families all over the world. Okay, and I also one of the main factors that cause homelessness is property destroying disasters of any type. Okay, like fires when every any blocks of homes anyway can endanger to burn or earthquakes like that. This case or the case of homelessness is the responsibility of our government and also citizens together.
Thank you.
That's it.
Yeah, thank you. How about you, Manal? What do you think?
Um, in fact, in addition, I totally agree with Dr. Ihab. I want to add this people. Some of these people are forced to be in the street, maybe because personal circumstance and relation problem, domestic violence, like what Mr. Ihab told us. And some didn't choose it. And some choose it by themselves, choose to go out for a street. I see it's a widespread phenomenon in all the countries all over the world, not only in some countries or poverty countries. I see this phenomenon in a high country like America, Canada. They also suffer of this in this phenomenon. I think it related to number one, are you near or far from your religion? And what's your education? And also poverty, the problem in your house, domestic violence, ignorance, illiteracy. I think these people need all time to help, not to give them money or food, but to give like the organization who help these people and make a big shelter for them and learn him like working to do something useful in their life, not to let them in the street. And I think the government has rule for this case, and also people has a big role for this people. Don't give them money, don't give them only food, but try to learn them any work or job to do. I think it's more useful for them.
Teach them
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Teach them. Yeah, yeah. Especially kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Especially kids, we must save for them, teach them and save for them education for their future.
yeah.
That's all.
So there's one word I want to stress on. It's called this one, phenomenon. All right,
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
phenomenon. All right, the stress on the second syllable.
Phenomenon.
Second word.
Phenomenon.
Mm.
Yes.
Phenomenon. Although
Phenomenon.
there's no a here, but we see that the e, all right, like pronounced
Mm.
long a sound. You see,
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
this one, this is the pronounced a sound. The o here,
Oh,
phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Visual.
yeah. After N.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phenomenon.
Phenomenon is a fact or an event in the nature or society, especially one that is
Yeah.
not fully understood. Is not
Yeah.
fully understood. Phenomenon of something, the global phenomenon of climate change. People still study these things. What are the reasons? Early retirement is a relatively new phenomenon in Britain. We were hoping science could somehow explain this strange phenomenon. Okay, how about you, Isra?
Okay. Um, homeless people didn't have home, health care, fixed income. They live in streets or tent. Uh, that making them more affected to extreme weather event or change, cold, heat, and making them affected with bad people. Uh, there are a number of organizations help them and provide them, but they haven't homeless haven't safe or security. Uh, I think we can end this problem if we solve the housing problem for them and support them with health and health insurance and money and teach them thing like Manal said.
What exactly Manel said? Everything like or particular thing?
Um, education, teach kids
Yeah,
education and working for men and women.
yeah. So, Dr. Ihab, have someone you know been homeless?
Someone turned it into homeless person
Yeah,
that I know definitely or what?
yeah. Or does your
it's
city
it's
have
a
a
very
large homeless
strange
population?
a question, really.
Oh, you're not gonna tell the names. Uh,
I
does your city have a large homeless population, for example?
but everyone can turn it into homeless person because of any phenomena of our society like earthquakes, hurricanes. Okay, لا قدر الله some family problems or family violence like that. But I didn't remember any persons turned into homeless persons definitely.
I believe that if someone has science and something to offer to people, they will never be homeless someday. But people are homeless because they don't have something. Not
Yes,
necessarily money,
Yes.
but they're not educated, they're not, um, they don't have anything to offer to the community. So what they do, they just beg for money. This, this is what they do. So what I think what they can do is to try to access to internet. Internet is everywhere now. And if someone even if they beg for money and they take a little money, try to invest the money in your education, for example. Maybe buy a book and read it. And maybe learning a language with a lot of money, for example.
I
Until,
think that our society circumstances nowadays can't turn any citizen for a homeless person.
yeah, well, it happens everywhere. Every country has its ups and
Yes, all
downs.
over the world. Yes.
Um, but I believe, well, I have been through hard times in my life,
Mm.
but I never allowed these hard times to affect my personality or my business
Yes.
or whatever. So it's all about the person who can control, who can think of alternative ways. Don't put all your money in one basket. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, there's like a similar expression to this, like don't put all your eggs in one basket or something.
But all eggs. Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
so this
Don't
means
put
that
all eggs.
don't put all your money in one business. So if this business fails, you fail everything and you lose
Mm.
all the money you got. And someone told me that, like someone told me that they have put all the money, all right, in the basket or in a business, and voila, they finished.
Yes.
Started to try over again, and that was a really huge problem that can turn anybody into a homeless person. Okay,